Hey guys, Professor Bill Comic Book University and Nova issue number 7. See why I'm in a bad mood? Listen, I know my eyesight is bad, but seriously, selective vision? I've heard of selective hearing. Selective vision? How the hell do I keep on missing champions? I'm getting kind of tired of this. I'm glad Comixology is there. Comixology, who, mind you, as of right now, has not labeled every single person who was involved in this comic book. I think I was right in my Twitter when they complained and said, "Oh, we put everything down for Stone Star #1," also by Jim Zub, and Max Dunbar in that particular case. Yeah, no, Comixology. I was right. You were wrong. Anyway, let's get talking about who made this book. And it's a Champions book, so there's going to be multiple pages. And I have to do this online because, I forgot to get the actual book. Anyway, this issue is called Break and Enter. Writer Jim Zub, artist Steve Cummings, color artist Marcio Menez, and letters VC's Clayton Cowles. On the actual cover, there's only one, not a variant cover. On the one cover is Kim Jacinto and Stephanie Pietriau. Sorry for butchering that name because I'm certain that I did. So, really quick, there's the Kamala Khan and Viv Vision story. There's actually like two versions of Viv Vision there in herself. There's like, you look at the long chain of succession from Hank Pym to Viv Vision, and maybe that bipolar has pulled into a version of split personality disorder. What is it? Whatever the heck it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, basically there's like two versions of Viv Vision within her own head. That's interesting to see here. It's funny that she tries to help Kamala out with her problems. Meanwhile, she's got her own problems. And Kamala's problems are so... These are things that I hear with my wife. She's like a counselor at work because she's one of the union reps over there. And she'll have problems of her own, and she's got to counsel people. So she'll come home, and now I'm counseling the counselor. I'm saying? Happy to do that, but I do find the irony interesting. So likewise, that's the situation there. I love the drama in here. It's not like a goofy drama. It's not silly. There are a lot of not kids book, but books that involve kids in it. Teen Titans, Young Justice, Adventures of the Super Sons, God rest its soul, and can't wait for Volume 2. But this is the only one that really banks down and hunkers down on the pain, the emotional struggle that teenagers have to deal with. It's not just the silly little angsty angst stuff that, adults talk about. No. Remember when you were a kid, how real everything was. You feel that in this book. And then we finally, if you're ever in a desert and you're just craving water and you see water up ahead, you don't know if it's an oasis or a mirage, but you're banking towards it, man, as fast as your dehydrated limbs can possibly bring you there. And we're finally getting something with Caldera and Sam Alexander. Is he actually going to get his Nova helmet back? Well, if you see what the next issue's cover looks like, it might be. But I love how Zub was able to reference this back to Nick Spencer Amazing Spider-Man issue. There's actually a 2-issue story arc not too long ago where the Thieves Guild had gone around stealing everything. Yes, it was silly, and I loved it because it was silly. It was great. And you should definitely go back and check out my reviews to see why you should definitely grab those comic books. But if you, for some reason, don't want to, fine. The image itself is here. And I do remember the image with Spider-Man having the black Nova Corps helmet on his head. Like, man, if only this guy knew how much power he had, on his noggin at the time. But he'll never know. He'll never know. So, he might know. I might be a glutton for punishment here. But you know what? Just raise your hand if you also want to see Caldera and Sam Alexander in a relationship. Am I just like, I don't know, man. Is it weird? I just feel like they'd be a great couple. Yes, she's crazy, and yes, he's way too innocent, and man, it would be like Laurel and Hardy, man. Except with sexual tension. So this was, as expected, this is a really solid issue. I love this book. you know, like it frightens me because, you know, when I do my my This Week in Comics, and I see that, you know, the book was actually there. Every Tuesday I put out the This Week in Comics where I talk about, you know, which books are coming out this week in comic books, you know, the day before. What do you call it? I see in the sweep where the music is playing that Champions is right there. And if it had a variant cover, man, I probably would have noticed it also. But Black Cat #2 didn't have a variant cover. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. I don't know what it is, man. It kills me that I'm forgetting to buy these issues. Well, forgetting to buy the physical copies at my comic book store. But is what it is. Anyway, there was actually something else related to that. Crap. Oh, yeah. I kind of probably need to get the physical copy because something happens with AdSit. Oh, what happens with AdSit? Ooh. You're going to have to buy the comic book yourself to see that. I don't know what's going on, but wow. Also, can we please make this happen? Deadpool versus Caldera? Because hell's to the yes. Yeah. That's just a stupid name. I want to see them shooting at each other, screaming about how much better one's name is over the other. That right there, that would be the ultimate comic of the year for me. I'm just saying. Really good book, as should be expected. Guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.